to record this. Oops. You covered shorts, Alan, on silver? I didn't know you were short there. That's still from that 18 level from the other day? Those are good covers. Or just against your gold long. That's pretty smart. Into the Fed. That's good. This is the worst scenario. It's down everything except for euro. Back. Bonds came back up. Oh, too much. Giving back gains in the front end. I guess the front end really got excited about that repo noise. Who's got whacked? Did you guys cover your fives? Nice sales up there, 28. Cover them now. Oh, you missed? All right. I'm going to buy a couple here just to trim that. There's too much of that. What, by 20s? Where are we trading? 16? I don't have any ultra shorts on. Probably should have sold the ultra there at 21. Would have been good. At the same time you were selling fives. If we get up there again, I'm going to do that. I don't know. This is weird. You got stocks off, but treasuries, you would think, a little bit dislocated. Oil doesn't care. Bitcoin doesn't care. Or good covers on the euro. See if they rally it all the way back now. If we get one more push up on the euro, I reshort. You didn't cover any, Chris? That's a pretty big move. I'm not getting flat. But I covered pretty well. A little bit. I'm gonna sell the euro now because I actually want the euro to bounce. I want all this other stuff to reverse, assuming that that would reverse if the dollar goes down. If you guys follow my logic on that. Can't bounce stocks. That's actually not good. This is a pretty big pivot right here. Can't hold this level then into the close. Maybe we can't rule out 29.50 in equities. If that happens, then bonds are going to have to rally. I don't know how you can break stocks down and not get the long end to come back up. So it's already coming up. I'm gonna short ultras now. Wow, I came up fast. Back up 19. Okay, I feel better about that. Maybe sell a couple 10s out. Good about those 15s down there. I saw the long end came screaming back. Which again, that makes sense. You don't get your front end rate cut, but you get stocks down. People pile into the long end, curve flattens. Now oil's bouncing. That's interesting. It's a 1 minute though. Nice sales up at 60.50, huh? Covered 58s. Nice covering 5s. Let that come up more. Gold can't bounce. This long end can really pop here. All about equities. Russell. Yikes. It's already breaking the intermediate term TMS, so it's kind of saying the same thing. If you don't hold here, there's a lot of kind of hot air below the market. Dow's kind of pegged right at 27,000. That's the October high. NASDAQ, same thing. It hasn't broken its higher lows yet. We got to watch this level right here, 7,800. See how much more the market has left in this back and forth. I'm going to offer 27s and ultras. Actually, I gotta come out of some 10s or bonds first before I do that. All right, comes the long end. Stock. Gold 15.2. Oh man, I just went the other way on bonds. Wow, 28 back to 15. The rates reversed quick there. I'll stop, Alan. Oh, that's a little bit of a tone shift right there. Somebody blasted bonds and bought equities up. And gold turned around. Oh. Crazy. Long end's really whipping around. Where's the all powerful stock market? Yeah, it's kind of making me nervous here. You get your VIX to wake up now? Okay, Laura. You know, that's another thing I don't probably have enough on is the VIX. Now that we're buying a little bit more S&Ps. Strike. Ugh. I'm gonna buy a little bit of VIX just to hedge these stocks if they crater. I have some 19 strikes. Those are probably not the right strike. Probably should be lower, like 17, 18. I don't know. What do you mean? What happened? I just had the Fed, man. You know that. Thought you were kidding. All right, we're gonna get the big FU reversal. I feel like I'm doing a lot of work and not going anywhere. Oh man, I wanted to sell those 27s. Be covering them right now at 13. Lame. All right, I covered that ultra, which sold at 19. I didn't get any of those 10s off either. Tens didn't really budge. Should probably offer 2, 3 in case flash up there again. Wow, UVXY, has that even moved? That's got to be up, right? Maybe you guys fade that. 25. I mean, I bought S&Ps, so I'm gonna just chill out on that UVXY. Stocks are vulnerable here. Front end just straight down. God, I wish it was heavier coming into today on the front end. Would have booked some earlier. We rolled the futures. I didn't buy back as much as I wanted. Come on, gold. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves gold. What the hell? The front end getting after it now. What do you guys think? 1480 in play on gold futures? I just racked my hand on the desk. I was trying to adjust my chair. All right, stocks are getting hit. This is crazy, though. I mean, what point are somebody's going to have to make a choice? Either stocks are right or bonds are right, but both down together is just la land. Euro back on the lows. I'm going to cover that piece that we shorted. Yeah, I'm feeling like pies in the cards on gold. This might just be a value at risk trade where too many people have too much stuff that's going down, and then everybody's gets all out of whack. Too many positions that are well, my stocks are going down, my gold's going down, my bonds are going down, and you just start having to sell stuff because people have too much at risk. That's what this trade's like. The problem with having these century plan markets. All right, good cover, Christine. Ah, now I'm swinging $4 grand the other way. All right, they give me another push in gold, and I'm gonna get longer. Getting stupid. 1500. Wow. Nobody likes bonds and gold now. I'm buying a 30-year. I'm gonna buy another one in front of pie. All right, bought a few long bonds. Gold's below 1500. Euro, covered some more euro. Stocks have kind of held in. There's pretty good support here in gold, guys. If you want to take it long. I got so many upside calls now coming out all the short calls. Uh-oh. Gold and bonds. All right, covering some fives. Actually, might be running some stops here. 1480s pie though. Buying another 10-year. Wow, that's some move there in treasuries. This is just sell everything. Unbelievable. And oil's back off. Sell everything. Only thing that is working in the dollar. Covered that a little early, huh? Covered 12s and then they fell another point. Right to pie. Of course. Right to freaking pie. Oh man, this market is nuts. I'm selling another one. Another ultra if I can. Oh. Since we bought all those 10s and bonds, I just want something else on the other side of it. And stock's kind of holding in 80. Sell everything. There's some guys puking on gold there for sure. Yep, ran all the stops. I'll watch that be the low. I think you had stops just below 1500 also. All I did there was, guys, I got a bunch of upside calls now, all down, of course, but covered my short stuff. So I haven't added any futures yet. We could sell a bounce in silver though. Maybe like 1780. You might see a reversal here. Might see a reversal. Euro's turning around. That was seemed a little bit extreme in the bond market. A little extreme in the bond market. I'll sell another ultra. I'll sell a couple more lots if we rally back up. It'd be nice to come out of these 10s a little bit. I'm offering 12, 12 and a half on that lot. I just don't get people. Why would you buy 17s and then puke at 90? Well, I'm sure a ton of people did that. Yeah, I came out of my 10-year, 13. I just need to hedge this freaking front end more. 29s. It's a full-on reversal or what? 29s. Give me one more push in ultras. I'm gonna offer 07. Watch this 1500 level on gold. Here comes stocks back up. Oh man, I tried to sell out of that 1300, 3000 put down there. Oh, fill me in 10s. Nice. Came out of some more 10s, shorting this ultra now. Taking a small bath in pricing. So I guess I'm gonna pop this features out. S&Ps. Let me sell this ultra, damn it. 60. I missed it. See, could have sold 11s. Could have sold 11s and covered right now. Hogwash. Come on, let me sell one here.
This one's 70.
Finally.
Yeah.
No, it came out of bonds. Pretty good trading, huh? You could reshort fives too. Covered the low. 16 and 2/8. Not getting any love from gold though. Probably need to lean on the euro more. I'm gonna reshort in the euro. I'm gonna hit it heavier now. Some more euro here, guys, if you've got more long gold, because that's a good hedge. Wow, this is a busy post Fed, huh? Couple Feds we had were like boring. Yeah, short the euro. Is that what you're saying? This is kind of strange on gold. Price doesn't trade better. All right, covering one of these ultras. I'm fast enough. Man, I'm freaking fire. Too bad I'm dragging, gold's dragging me down. Should have got some silver on there. Still might not be a bad idea, actually. Gold's the only market that hasn't stretched all the longs. Stretched the bond bulls the last 2 weeks. I'm gonna sell silver here. It's kind of like selling the euro. Oh no! Don't do that to me. All right, that's probably better. Yeah, that's smart. That really just clobbered my buying power. I freaking hate that about silver. So like 7 grand, 6 grand, 5 grand. Fuck. Are you guys doing all right? There's a lot going on. Definitely sucking wind on. I mean, the gold trade, gold and oil might end up being really good trades in the next bounce. Try to stay with them. Silver moves a lot though. I'm gonna keep this ultra on. Man, bonds have been so crazy back and forth. Buying another 10-year. I'll wait on the 30s. Nice sales up at 06. Probably buy bonds on a lower low. Cover this ultra back. Okay, we got an hour left till the close. See if they can rally stocks or not. Coming back. Yeah, you could cover some mica. Keep it for another move down. I'm just gonna keep mine because this gold is annoying me. It would have just been a lot easier if we could have just had a bond rally and gold rally and straight into the end of the year. It would have been like the greatest year for gold and bonds. But not going to be that easy, is it? Probably, guys, I'll probably just leave the silver short on. Some protection overnight. Same thing with ultras. Well, it's pretty good considering bonds, everything's down. Chopped some pretty good wood there. I'm down like a couple of grand in gold, but I was down like 8. Now I'm only down 2. These stocks. Uh-oh. What does that mean for everything else? I have no idea. Yes. Come stocks. Nice buys down there at 85. Guys, gold looks like it's maybe vulnerable to go into the bands. 14.75, 14.50. Had such a big move without any type of deeper pullback. The same thing that played out in bonds. Oh boy, 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 boy. Probably short the Russell. Guessing it's bouncing. Not very much.
I'll let you guys heads up the first email I sent you, I didn't get the email except for the heading. I accidentally put the utility on there, and it's actually camera. So it's the same email, I just changed the heading. The pricing should be correct. And ready to take a look at it. I want to take a brief moment. All right, I'll do it well.
Stocks can't keep them down. Can't keep them down. Bought a couple puts here, guys, on S&Ps. Hedge that long a little bit. I got a bunch of calls still up at 13.10, so don't think you're getting there. I think I can sell in a euro. Stocks held the bands. You guys still on? Alan, good cover. Be a lot more bold, short in euros when you got gold in your face. Gosh, I covered some more calls down there in S&Ps. Easiest trade in the world is buy stocks. Forget about commodities. We get more aggressive. Stupid one lot down there. I miss covering my calls too. Stocks are going to fail now. Back at Pi and Ultras. Gold is freaking down and out. Like getting patched up in the corner of the ring. Anything else I'm missing? Oh, oh, silver doing its job. What is up with oil? It's like oil market's closed. How many tens am I long? Too many. I'm sure this bond market is just absolutely twisted up. 6 ways to Sunday. Guys in steepeners, flatteners, repo this, repo that. Nick, you missed on Amazon? Oh, it's hard when you only have one lot on. I'm worn out. I woke up at 3 this morning on accident. Just who knows why. I was like, no, it's not 3. Come on, it's Fed day, long fucking day. Sit around, do nothing for half the day. Okay. How high could stocks go? At least something if these calls went, these 30-10 calls got perked back up. Yeah, gold's got a problem. Everything else reversed, but it's gold and bond trade. Front end, the belly looks horrible. Yeah. What a disappointment. The whole euro dollar market is so focused on rates and cutting. Jeez. if we get back to these lows from where the futures rolled on the front month, I'm a buyer for sure. I might go out the curve though. Although, March 20th. These stocks. Yeah, you want to try to get to the point where you're not hesitating. So if the hesitation either is from not knowing what to do, but you guys know where the edges are. So if it's afraid to put the risk on, then you, you got to break your size up. So, put a couple lots on, no problem. You actually want it to go higher because you want to get more lots on. That's how you want to think, not um, hesitant to put risk on. If you sold 100 million, you'd be hesitant. Oh God, I got to be right in the next 2 ticks. But if you if you don't have as much risk on and you give yourself more room and you want it to go in your favor, then you just put some on that just keeps you from having to hesitate. Like even on ultras, that last sale, it's kind of low. But it was like, all right, well, I got 10s on now, so if it goes higher, good. The first one was at 29, it was kind of low. Kind of want a short stock. I'm not going to play that game. I tightened up my long here though in the equities. I bought a couple 3,000 strike puts. I sold some of those 30-10 strike calls we bought before the Fed this morning. Yeah, well, it's part of the emotions. The hesitation is either you're confused, like you're not sure whether it's a buy or a sell, or you're just fearful of losing. The fearful of losing is that's a risk, not embracing the risk. Meaning, okay, I put a couple of first lots on and it goes against me, no problem, right? Like that's actually what you want. It's a different mindset than if you slam in and you plunge in all at one price and you can't stand to move against you. That's the wrong way to trade. It's put yourself in a straitjacket. It comes from a place of fear instead of wanting the market to come to you. The market works for you. If I had more silver on, I would have covered down there. I don't know. I'm a little worried about this gold chart. I'm not so sure. I'm gonna have to shake more people out. I don't want to give you the one getting shaken out. Not us. So guys, what you can do when you start feeling like that, you can buy downside puts, 1480 strike puts, put ratio spreads. You just start hedging yourself that way. If you buy puts and you rally, it's no big deal. Like you get a good chance to come out of some calls, or you just keep trading it around. But you just don't want to get stuck on a big break. And believe me, like right now, I'm kind of noticing right? Maybe we got more in store here. Big real money candle. We had a few chances to rally. This is still, the bands are all still down. You'd rather buy the puts down here now than what everybody else does is after it breaks, then they scramble to buy the puts. You buy them now down here, and then you get to make the decision whether or not you want to book gains on those puts and build your position deeper, or just hold the puts and do other stuff like keep shorting silver in that time frame, or just keep trading something around on the short side, short term, and buy shorter dated puts. The point is, you just want to try to start to lock in a place where if this breaks, pie breaks, you could have a really nasty flush to like 1450. And that's where everybody panic sells, because they're not really seeing this planning ahead, buying puts now. Actually buying puts up here. I was buying a few puts at 1480 when we were up here. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold those. No, we'll see. Gold's been pretty resilient. That pie on the 4 hours, no slouch of an indicator. And look at these stocks. My God. Unbelievable. Ridiculous. Wow. It's the easiest trade in the world. Why didn't we buy more down there? Doesn't no matter what happens, stocks go up. Coming out of some of these 1310 calls. Unbelievable. Euros rallying. I guess we could reshort euros. I'm going to sell a bigger chunk again. I like selling that euro to help with the gold trade. Oh, man, I would have had a bigger trade on those S&Ps. Could have got my calls covered back. Spreads are hard to get off sometimes when they widen out.
I need you to go through all the deals. Each one, tell me if there's some stage buy, because I'm capable of doing it. I go through a few, I get caught up on one, I start calling. I just need you to focus on scanning through every single one of those reds and tell me the one that I need to focus on. I should have done it Monday earlier this week, but if you can do that tomorrow, that would be great. Literally, you wake up in the morning and just do that. Like I'm working on a deal right now that March 2020, and I should be working on it right now.
I tell you though, the guys that look at this and say, "Oh, the Fed didn't cut enough. Gold sells off, bonds sell off." They're in the bear camp, so they're already long bonds, and then they, in their minds, they think equities should go down, and they get run over that way too. we've been done a pretty good job of saying you don't need to short equities. You just keep buying the dips on that.
Yeah, and also,
Oh, Fed didn't cut enough. That's bearish, and then they go try to short equity market. Runs that over.
so what do we do?
Here comes gold. Oh, I just had a trash talk it down there, saying it was going to go to 480. Didn't like that. Uh-huh. Didn't like that. How about 2 lots at 6.7? Yeah. You better come out of one. I got so many stupid calls. I did I buy 2 back to back like that? Oh, one was a cover. I came out of the long and then rebought. That's why.
It's like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, it didn't like me talking about 1480. Wow, sorry. Really got an attitude off that low. I know how to push its buttons, huh? Hey, Gold, you want me to talk about your 1470 level? Gets you all fired up. Should we sell another silver lot? I don't have the BP. Oh, freaking stock market. What the hell? What a squeeze. Let's sit on silver. Maybe we can come out of some gold calls and short silver closer to 18. Gold shit talker. Remember, next time we get down there, it's like when you're on the ice and you know what you played this one team and 2 seasons. You always matched up against the same kid. And you just say the same shit to him every time you're on the ice. Get them all riled, all frazzled. There used to be one kid I played against. He was such a spoiled little brat. His dad, or his uncle, his uncle owned the Rockies. And he played for DU hockey. And he was a pretty boy. And I rough him up pretty good. But I would just tell him how his dad got him on his team, and just all about how he's a pretty boy, doesn't deserve to be out there. Dad buys him everything. Only reason he's on the first line. He would get so mad. He would get so mad every time, and then he would take a penalty. He speared me one time with his helmet. It was hilarious, like a hockey, like a football hit. I'll never forget it. And we ended up being friends, and we ended up going to the same high school. And we played lacrosse. He played lacrosse together. And then he went and played hockey. His family could afford to have him go play back east. I used to play against him, and he went on to play at DU. And I think he won a national championship with them. I used to rough him up. I was pretty good at getting people's ears. Pretty good talker. Oh wow, we almost tagged 30-10. Oh, you did? Field hockey's great. That's pretty tough too. Yeah, what was his last name? Brock McMorris. You see him sitting behind the dugout at the Rockies games. I don't know if his family still owns them. I forget what they did. His uncle or something. It's funny, I remember that. He was the one I could always rattle. Oh, he's such a baby. Like freaking crying. I don't know what to do about front end. It's right in the middle of the lows from last week and the highs from earlier today. I thought we were a little bit high there within this intermediate term range. Almost back to the bands. It was like, if we didn't have the Fed, I would have sold ultras a little bit harder. That was right at the top of the regression. I just drew that earlier. It's just playing around. Bonds might get choppy, guys. Buy a dip in stocks. Like that continues to be the right game plan. I don't know what's going to break them down. I really don't. Jeez. I don't. There's got to be so many guys twisted up on the lows coming out of half of these 13-10 calls. Or not. Where's gold now? You sell ultras? Oh man. All right. Basketball, surf. Where did you surf? Might have to sell these tens out. I'm gonna buying power's freaking a mess. Stupid Brent trade, the killer too. So hopefully that doesn't. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed. Buy more equities, at least cover those calls up. That's the only thing we kind of missed on. I mean, we didn't miss. I missed covering. And I missed selling those 3,000 puts out. Oil's coming back. What's its deal? Go back to 65 on Brent, don't you guys? Easily. That's what I'm long from. I booked a lot on the short side of WTI. Give us some kind of pullback in stocks. What the heck?
Hi, I'm calling the energy broker for the ComEd electric account. The follow-up that the ComEd program for the farm seemed to expire. It was a GA is expiring in January. You put new program in place for 18 months. It looks like there is a three account, one small commercial and two residential. We're having some program.
3055? Well, we gotta break out. Gotta take out the old highs before we get excited about that level. You know, 25 to 30 is pretty major wall. What a tough day, guys. I mean, if you just buy and hold, you probably got crushed. Most people that are long bonds and gold and trying to be bearish and short stocks. I mean, I obviously trade a lot, but we actually nailed a lot of little wiggles that chopped a lot of wood. If I just sat and watched, I'd be down 15 grand. And then I'm only down 3, mostly gold and my oil trade that was from coming in on the day. Good trades in there. I'm gonna short more euro. I'm actually gonna. That's still features in my account. Wow, that was a 200. That was the right area.
This is Jason from this calling. recall, I said yes, that 2021 program was very energy back in 2017. It looks like that program is expiring at the end of this month, so we need to put on a program pretty soon. I'm not sure if you received any kind of information about the review regarding the renewal of the account. The renewal pricing was pretty high, and I'm hoping to send out some alternative options to take a look at. You can call and let me know if you have any current issues with the billing before we need to take care of before we renew. My cell phone number is 917-545-6184, and the office number is 888-508-6039, and my extension is 701. All right.
Oh man, long day. Would have been nice for everything to move the other way and then be able to work it the other way. The way it goes sometimes. I'll buy futures and S&Ps in front of 3,000. I don't know. I might buy them right now. Buy one right now. Force the market to come back. Yeah, Micah, just because I missed on the calls that I was short, and now they're dragging against me. So I actually need to pull back to kind of square this up. Came out of these calls, okay. Um, Man, I was up like 2-3 grand on those stupid calls. Right on the low too. We knew it. That might have got me positive on the day, even with dragging around the sprint. That would have been like perfect trading, to be honest. I would have freaking nailed every move. I would have just executed on that last bit down there. Yeah, so I think we want to stay long stocks. I mean, they're going to come back this strong. Laurel's probably right. It's probably a higher high definitely in the cards. I mean, we want to be long some and take into the prior highs, but as we keep ratcheting up these higher lows, it makes the probability of a higher high higher, more probable. And then now that I say that, just like I pulled off the lows, it'll probably reverse. silver. That's the thing. You know what? Probably, yes, another thing we could have done, sell that UVXY. Oh, jeez. New lows on the day. Oh, wow. We were looking at it at 25 something. Wow, they smoked that. Any of you guys do any of that? Any short there? Wow. I wanted to just can't do them all. You're short in gold. All right. You're shorting where I was coming out of my long, so I get you. Are these stocks going to keep going? Glad we're on the right side of that one. That'd be driving me nuts if I was short. Wow, that UVXY got smoked. It's down 4% on the day, but it was another 3% higher. Wow. I still have my 20. What did we say today, Alan? We say we could go to 20. I have 23 strike puts. It's going to go to 20. It's going to make a lower low. I'm not going to make that much, but it's the world's easiest trade. Buying stocks was easy. Shorting UVXY is even easier. As soon as you're buying that VIX, should have smashed something on UVXY. Well, always trying to get better. Trying to make every move. Look at these bonds. Two's coming back. I might short some fives. But I don't know. Covered 16. I'm going to short 3 ticks higher. Stay short ultras. It's too bad I'm not euro dollar. It's not going to be that easy. Well, gold showed some life at the end, guys. I would say it's still not out of the woods for deeper pullback. Gonna stay short silver. We already talked about stocks. See what my delta is in tens here. Short some fives over here. A tough day though. A lot of work. When everything goes down. I still have some of these 15-10 calls on. Thanks. Look at the stock market. Holy smokes. What's the storytelling behind this move? You guys know? What does the stock market think is so cool, so amazing here? What the media is saying, why equities are rallying so hard. I'm gonna roll these 30-10 calls up and buy the 30-20s out next week. Why? Why is the 23rd? It's a massive put below this market. All right, I'm not gonna get those. I'm gonna get that down to 10. I don't understand why the front end sold off so hard. Yeah. So they want to keep them up for their parties, their child sacrifice parties. I probably didn't want that yen on. I don't have a good hedge on that. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, yen might flirt with lower levels also. I don't like that. I'm going to take half my yen off, my long. Yeah, that's the same old song they always sing. I wonder if they move some dot plot crap. Wow. Traded bonds are really good today. Definitely buying pullback in equities. I'm going to tighten up my front end hedges, sell a couple fives here for overnight. So going home, I got to check how long I am at 10. Small long at 10s. I think I'm pretty much delta neutral on 30s. One short on ultras. Kind of have like a butterfly on. What am I doing? What am I doing? Kind of getting pretty neutral to balanced out bonds, treasuries. Along the front end, short ultras, a little bit short fives, a little bit long tens in the middle. I think I'm more concerned with gold and oil at this point. I'm pretty comfortable buying a dip in equities. Stay along that. Keep selling rallies on the euro. That helps the gold longs. I think that does it for me, guys. Some pretty good action.